Here he comes.
Yeah, a few hardy souls. What the hell are you doing up so early?
We were hardy. We would have been here when you got here at 4:30.
I got here at 4.
Well, how did she come out of the, out of the race?
Excellent. Really, really well. Really well. Didn't, dive into her feet, but when they're tired, they never do. But she was bright. We had her out on the grass early this morning. She grazed. She looked really good. Really good. I don't see any reason that she won't move forward from that.
Could she move forward to Baltimore?
I don't know yet. I want to talk to Rob and Stacy Mitchell. I like to always give the owners a vote. They're not all equal, We'll discuss it and everything. I'll tell you what I really want to do. I want to watch the Derby today, and I want to see how those premier horses fan out and what they get done in the early fractions, and kind of evaluate if we were in it today, what would happen here. And then we'll make a decision on the Preakness. Is not out of the question, but we can drop back into the Black-Eyed Susan. But the problem there is, it's another lesser grade, and Rob and Stacia are real conscious of the grade status.
Would something like the Acorn make sense? One
Yes,
turn?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She can run 6 furlongs. She can run 5 furlongs. We have developed a style with her for her to relax off of the pace, but don't think for a second that if you ask her a little bit, she won't throw up a 44, 45 half mile easy. She got that ability, very much so.
You made a real effort to have Ethereal Road ready to run in the Derby today, but how good did you feel about your decision to have to kind of pass on it in the end?
Well, I made an effort to have it ready, but I don't think I did a good job. I just didn't feel he was doing well. First of all, you got to be realistic, especially at my age. Could I win it? No, I didn't think he could, frankly. I thought he would maybe get a big piece of it. Then this week he didn't train that well either. He got flat and he didn't have that usual energy, and so the decision I made it by myself, was if I went into the Derby, I eliminated the next couple events because I couldn't run him bang, bang, bang like I've been doing. So I thought I'll skip the Derby, and then I still have the option for Preakness or even beyond.
What would the considerations for him in the Preakness be in making that decision?
If he comes back and starts to act like his old self, that would be it.
Is he training now, or did you give him a couple days off to maybe try to
we
break?
trained him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's training. He just isn't as sharp as he has to be. It's a tough world.
Have you taken a moment to appreciate what you did?
Well, we don't celebrate. We never have. We celebrate over there with you all. But the thing about it is, I said at the press conference, it's always, you think it's you when you first start, but it's not you. It's the clients, the help, it's everybody else. So I like the fact that everybody else can celebrate it, especially Stacy and Rob. They're breeding 2-3 horses a year, for crying out loud. You talk about catching lightning in a bottle. I trained the mother, I trained the grandmother. They were nice horses, but they really caught one here. And they just took a shot on Arrogate. He dies. It kind of just fell together.
Having said that, though, how much pep does it put in your step to get up in the morning?
It
after
makes
you've
it
won the
easier.
Oaks?
I don't think I could get up if I didn't have a prospect of maybe a better horse every year. I don't know how much more I'd push this. I said I don't want to do it beyond 95 anyhow.
But, Wayne, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, Mel Studi said to me, when I was a young trainer, everybody wanted the old guys to train. They thought they had all the wisdom. He said that now that I'm an old guy, they all want the young guys and stuff.
That's so true. Whittingham told me, he said, when you turn 50, they'll start to think you're too old to do it. And it's crazy because there's no, like I said, there's no how-to book. It's all experience. It's totally experience. If you'd get say those younger guys, 4 of them on a clinic, you know, and a couple older ones, and start exchanging questions and asking things, you'd be amazed, you know.
In that regard, how special is it that you were able to help deliver this win for the Mitchells that had that confidence
that was a
in
big
you?
deal. Yeah, they've been with me all along. And Rob said, you know, he leaves everything up to me. He's very involved. He doesn't leave it up to me. He's just like anybody that's got a good horse. He's on the phone.
How do you see the Derby unfolding?
I think it's going to be a closer today. I think one of those horses, I think there's a nice balance, maybe a speed and closers, but I think the speed horses are going to string it out, and I think a horse will come from out of it. I maybe Zandan or Epic Center, you know, has been impressive, although he shows speed a little bit. But I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. You better go deep in your superfecta.
More speed than maybe we've had in the points era
Yeah.
since Todd put the blinkers on Palace Malice.
Yeah, there you go.
Set it up for Orb.
Kieran McLaughlin, you know, Louis's
Yeah.
agent. What was it like for the two of you and Louis to team up to get this
Well,
win?
Lewis has always been one of my favorites. Road will take charge in those horses, and I was very close to his brother that died at Delaware. You know, we were grooming him, and Karen called me last night. He was emotional. He was very tickled, and Lewis himself came to me right when he got off the horse and said that the most special thing about this is for you, you know. So he was very emotional too.
Congrats again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So wearing my Preakness publicity hat, and I got my Preakness shirt on underneath the Kentucky Down.
Jenny wears
But,
many
yeah.
hats.
So like, any sort of sense on when a decision might be made on either of these
I would
horses?
say by the end of the week, you know, maybe Thursday, Friday.
Do you have other horses that could be going to Baltimore for that?
Yeah, I might take Ethereal Road, and I might take a Toka too, you know, for one of those undercard races. And I'm going to look at another one. You know, if we go, we might take 2 or 3.
But it would definitely be your style to, if she's doing well,
Yeah.
to run her and let her show the extent
Yeah,
of her greatness.
Absolutely. Let her become famous.
Yeah.